Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Suburban Sidekicks. We passed 50 subscribers.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, that's I think a big feat for somebody just starting out putting in new content. So definitely appreciate anybody that's subscribing, anybody that's watching. That's awesome, man. We appreciate every view we get, and keep coming back. Always something new to talk about every week. So
just two normal guys just doing it, man.
Living in,
advancing with the times.
Yes,
that's what I like to think.
Living in the suburbs of, Lake Country area, and, hopefully people can appreciate what we do and can relate. So
I think we're doing all right.
Yeah, I mean, it's been all right. We're filming here on a Monday, so we both had to work, unfortunately. I went to the cheese shop and got another Guinness griller.
That's funny.
I had to. It's almost the end of March. I won't go again this week. I had to go get another sandwich. And my buddy got the corned beef and hash, so...
You know what I did on my lunch today?
Worked.
I went to the dump.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Because I loaded the dump truck with that stuff, and you're going to get a kick out of this. So I strapped it up last night before we went to my folks to shower.
Well, he's like, we've talked about, he's remodeling his bathroom, and I gave him compliments because he backed up the truck perfectly with the window to the bathroom so he can just throw all the garbage right into the truck. So I was like, this guy's thinking, and he's ahead of it. So, so you had to empty. The kid's completely gutted now.
Yeah. And I got it. You'll all catch this on video. I mean, Justin's going to be a heaven sent. I took the videos, by the way. I don't think you'll have to do like too crazy of editing. I think I turned it off when I wasn't, like, if I walked away for an extended period of time, because I didn't want you to have to monkey around too much. But don't get me wrong, like the day one, there's like 20 clips,
Well, everybody's going to want to see the before and after. So we'll get that taken care of. But right now you're gutted.
Yep. It's fully gutted. Tub's in.
The tub's in.
Tub's in as of yesterday. Soffits are drywalled, both of them. Lights in above the tub. Fans in above the bathroom. All the electrical is in. Shout out to my plumber, Zach, and shout out to my electrician, Tyler Millis. It's killer work. They both work for different companies, and they helped me out big time. They both came out. Zach's been out Friday half a day, Saturday a working day, Sunday a half a day, and then he's coming back today, Monday, to finish. And then all the plumbing should be done. We ended up doing all the plumbing in my house, so that was a whole thing in itself. Because he hates galvanized pipe, he hates it. So it's old, it's out of date, it corrodes. It's just not worth keeping.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we went all PEX. It's all PEX front to back. There's like maybe 6 feet left of galvanized.
Well, it's nice to have friends that know how to do that stuff. I mean, when I seen them all coming over that one day when you had the electrician and the plumber, I was like, oh. But there's only I'm also thinking like there's only so much space in there. Because even when I walked in there the other day, I was like, it seemed smaller with all the crap out of it.
Yep.
I was like, damn, you're going to fit a tub, a big vanity, and a toilet in this bad boy?
But I was thinking about them being in the same space and why that'd be an issue. But you know what's kind of funny? An electrician spends most of his time in the attic, and a plumber spends most of his time in the basement.
That makes sense.
And then I spent most of my time in the bathroom.
So you had to deal with the tiny
I was
space.
passing stuff up, passing stuff down. It was a pretty good time.
Are you guys all like... So does the electrician and the plumber, do they know each other? Are you guys all mutual friends?
We all went to high school together.
Okay.
So I mean, like, I wouldn't say like we're mutual friends, but they end up coming to a lot of stuff that I do, because I invite them to things or whatever. And I mean,
so they know each other.
Yeah, they're aware of
first time meeting.
Yeah. I mean, like, they didn't know each other super well until their careers, like they were joshing and talking about what they do in a day or whatever, which is funny to listen to because I'm not in that world.
Different than what you do.
Yeah,
and what I do.
Yeah, the one's talking about applying for his journeyman's. The other one's like in his journeyman's is going to be I think they're both want to be. One's union, one wants to be union. So
and like we said previous episodes, like any younger kids, like that, this is the stuff you should be looking into doing. There is a lot of money in it, and And not even just the money of the job, just the knowledge off the job as well.
Oh, yeah.
Especially buying your own home, like just the phone calls you don't have to make.
Did I tell you what each company charges an hour, like on company time? So this is in their off time. This wasn't in company time. But
Yeah.
see, I was paying them individually for this, for their own.
It's
You know,
favors.
toss them a couple bucks, and then a
table
favor.
here and
Yeah.
there.
And then we're getting a bed loft today.
Yeah.
But he the plumber said that their business hourly rate's $165. Now a lot of people hear that number and they freak out, but we just don't live in a day and age anymore where a business is charging $50 an hour.
Yeah,
Like
no.
I mean, that's just not gonna happen. And then the electrician, you want to take a guess?
Oh, I'm sure it's over 200.
$265, I think he said, an hour.
Yeah.
Outlets, $185. An outlet.
Kids out there, listen. Anybody that's in their early 20s and you're thinking about looking,
Do it,
just
man.
that you're not getting that full $200 an hour, but you're getting a good portion, and you'll do very well career-wise.
And if you do the union, the plumber goes to school on like Wednesdays or Thursdays, and he's there all day for school. He's paid the whole time that he's at school. The electrician he would love to go get his journeyman so he can get his master's. If you become a master plumber or a master electrician, you can pull permits for any job you want to do. You don't have to work for somebody else.
The money's just endless.
Yeah, I mean, you don't, a lot of guys, if you're a single guy working as a plumber or as an electrician or any other blue collar job out there, trade job, you can charge whatever you want. You charge whatever someone's willing to pay. At the end of the day is what it comes down to. I asked the plumber what the job I had him do would have come to, and I think he said about like $5,000 or $6,000. So, like, I mean, you're not even at. It's a joke what they're doing me a solid at. You know what I mean? Which is why I could not give them something for this. You know what I mean?
These people.
Yeah, and the electrician or whatever, I was like, what would, because he ends up doing just, there's wires running in the soffits. I don't know who built houses in 1955, but if anybody watching this built houses in 1955, you're an awful person and you should probably.
Yeah, but I see when I bought my house and they look at it, they talk about how structures were built back then, and they're so much better. Maybe the electrical and the plumbing wasn't.
Yeah. But they think they're not going to see it. That's the thing.
But the structure at the end of the day is really good.
Yes, I'm sorry. If you ran electrical or plumbing in houses back in 1955, you should not do that anymore.
No, it's not up to code any longer.
They threw wires. They had enough. They drilled the holes for the wires to run them through from the ceiling down to the wall,
and then they ran them underneath.
And then they just ran them in the soffit for no reason. I'm like, why would you do that? All I had to do was unhook it from the box, run it down the hole they already had drilled, and it fit.
It could have been a Jimmy rig job by one of Bill's friends or something. Because I think he built that house.
There was bottles. That explains why I found beer bottles in the attic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so drinking on the job and putting in electricity doesn't work.
I mean,
Old Billy Bob.
When it's a side job, I'm gonna drink some beers.
So that's how it played out.
I mean, when I used to help people with their roofs, that was their payment was beer, and I got to, after doing it like twice, I was like, I am not doing roofs for beer anymore.
Absolutely.
You can pay me cash.
Yep.
And I don't care. I mean, don't get me wrong, I wasn't drinking beer up on the roof. It was always a rule. No drinking until you're done being on the roof.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's fair.
And I remember doing one person's house and everybody's sitting down there drinking. I'm still up there because I'm the kind of guy where it's like, I don't want to come back here tomorrow.
Right.
Let's get it all done. Let's do as much as we can.
And then we'll start.
Yeah. And I don't care if I have to start at 8 o'clock at night. It's just, I want to get this done.
Yeah.
We have sunlight. Let's finish it up.
Yep.
So
that's the intelligent thing to do, really.
Yeah. Well, I don't like to prolong, like you with this bathroom. You don't want to prolong it any longer than it has to be, and especially the inconvenience of it. I mean, you only have a half bath besides that. Right. So, I mean...
You're taking laundry showers is really the nice,
Wait till that new shower's and you're going to be taking really long showers.
Oh, God. Rain head, adjustable head, dude. It's awesome.
You might as well start putting money aside for that water bill.
Oh, man, dude. I'm looking so forward to it.
The water pressure, everything's going to be so nice.
Everybody's I don't know if you know this, but shower heads are all like 2.4 gallons per minute, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I'm like, why are you putting a rate on there? Like, that's not, a lower rate, sure, but if you're going to advertise like, oh man, this thing is a fire hydrant, and you're like, oh good, my water bill.
I just want that pressure for my toilet. Yeah. You need water pressure in the shower.
But lightly, you don't go crazy.
But, after eating all those grillers, I need a good toilet.
It's back to the toilet thing, ironically. So I take the dump truck, I loaded it last night.
Yeah.
Before I went to a shower at my folks' house. And as a family unit, we went to a shower at my folks' house. And I was like, well, I got to get this tarped up because I don't want to be crawling around in the dump box again with all this dirt and
or
stuff.
in the morning when it's still dark out.
And cold and I'm tired.
Because I think I heard you left way before me.
I left at 5:30 this morning, 5:40 this morning.
Yeah, I heard you. I was just getting out of bed. I got out the alarm. I woke up again, a deep sleep again, and my alarm went off, and I was just like, I just hit it, and then I went and laid back in bed. I was like, I don't gotta wash my hair today. So the shower is shorter.
I did that. I just at 5:13. I didn't get out of bed till 5:25. I was pissed.
Yeah.
But I needed to get that tarp last night because I knew I wasn't gonna want to do it this morning. So I did 2 bungee cords in the front corners and then wrapped them around, and then I ran the rear strap through the eye loops at the end.
Yeah.
Not that it was gonna like hold it down or anything, but it would just keep it from flying away or flapping in the wind.
Yep.
That's all I wanted. So I strapped it down to the box, and then I took the front one and threw it over the box, and then thought I hooked it to the box and pulled tight.
Okay.
I get to the gas station this morning. That's not what happened at all. What had happened
Really?
actually is the hook from the ratchet strap grabbed the bungee cord, and the bungee cord, luckily for me, was looped around a nut on the box. And so when it pulled, I was pulling on the bungee cord. I cannot believe I didn't lose the tarp, the ratchet strap, or either end of the ratchet strap on my way to the gas station this morning. Can't believe it.
So how much weight was in there?
Oh, 2,100 pounds. I was kind of bummed about that. So it was 1.29 tons, I think. So 2,200 pounds was in there.
Yeah.
So it was $129. So not bad.
That's not terrible.
And then, okay, but so here's the cool thing, right? So the lady told me, she goes, hey, you gonna just dump that? And I'm like, yep. She goes, all right, why don't you just head up the hill, she said.
Yeah.
Germantown's dump, if you don't know, is like a center facility for garbage trucks.
You don't have to be a resident.
No,
do you?
no, it's just a different price. It's $75 a ton if you're a resident. It's $100 a ton if you're not a resident.
Okay.
That's for demolition stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so if you ever got the stuff to take or whatever, 10 out of 10 would recommend. I don't know if you could take couches and stuff, but I imagine you could.
Yeah, I would assume they could take anything.
For that stuff, they've got a separate pull off for that. So but when you go into the dump, it's you road. I pull over, I start untarping. Guy pulls down the mountain. It's a mountain, not a hill. And he is like, hey man, don't untarp
big
here.
Mountains in Wisconsin.
Yeah, big mountains. He's like, don't untarp here, untarp at the top of the hill. He goes, south side of the road. I'm like, okay. I drive. All of a sudden, the road goes away, Justin. And you're like, oh, Corum, it's just dirt. No, it's trash. It was just all trash.
Oh, really?
You just start driving over trash. No concrete, no asphalt, no nothing. Dirt and trash.
So she had already weighed you, and then you're just going.
Yeah. You're all the way in, and
you just dump it wherever you want.
No, you
they
go
direct
all
you.
the way. You direct is a loose term. It says small truck this way, and arrows are pointing this way and that way and this way, and you're just inching your way up the mountain. And as you get up the mountain, the truck's like struggling a little bit because it's heavy.
Trash, yes,
and the trash, it's spinning the tires.
Yeah.
It was a dually, but it didn't matter. And these big 18-wheelers are coming by, and garbage trucks and stuff. And it's muddy. And you know how the weather's been.
Well, yeah.
So I'm petrified of going through this trash. I'm like, if I get stuck in the trash, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah.
Because what am I going to do? Get out and push? It's just me.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to call the guy over with the dozer.
Yeah, everything's still got to be sloppy.
Oh, it was disgusting. And it smelled so bad. But the 18-wheelers were courteous. Shout out to all the Waste Management 18-wheeler deliveries. They went deeper into the mud so that I did not have to go deeper into the mud.
That was nice of them.
I really appreciated it.
They probably would have tugged you out too.
That's what I was thinking, but really, did I want to get out and hook this bitch?
No.
You know what I mean? Like
I wouldn't want to step foot out there.
It was, and that's what I was trying to
know what I'm
avoid by
stepping in.
untarping, because then all I had to do is dump the box, shake it out, and pull off, right?
Okay.
So I end up pulling on the north side of the road, because I was like, well, I didn't see, they have a truck tipper.
Yeah.
I was really hoping I was going to get to use the truck tipper. So they just magnets, and it magnets the truck, and it'll just lift the whole truck.
That would have been a fun ride.
How sick would that have been?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I hope they're doing a tractor trailer while you're doing that.
Bring the daughter with.
Oh,
She'd probably
dude.
enjoy that.
You'd just be sitting there watching it go up. I'm sure they don't let you sit in it, but I'd love to watch it.
A lot cheaper than Disney.
Yeah, hell yeah. And trashier. No pun intended. So there's no other truck tipper. I go to the north side of the road. Well, a dozer. I don't know if you know how big a D16 is, but a D16 to you and me is a pretty big bulldozer.
Yeah.
This made that look tiny. This bulldozer was bigger than your house. I don't even know what sort of, it was a cat something. I just didn't, I don't know what size. So I'm like, oh my God. I was like, this guy's backing up. He's got a yellow shirt on. I see him looking through the back window, but it's graded, so you can't see his face or anything.
Yeah.
But I'm talking, it's so big, Justin. I'm like looking up in the truck. His tracks are as wide as that truck. One track.
Wow. Yeah.
And so he's backing up.
that's-
And I'm like, does he see me?
He would crush
Does
you.
he see me? Does he see me? And I keep waiting and waiting, and he just keeps backing straight up. The tracks are coming right towards the truck, and I'm like, I'm gonna get killed in a trash landfill. Like, really, this is what's gonna happen. I start opening the door because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get out of the truck. I'm not just gonna let him run me over. Hindsight, I should have put the truck in reverse, but he finally at the last second turns and comes around to like parallel park me next to me.
And he says something.
Or not that I could ever hear it, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But he's like, turn around, pointing, and then points to the south side of the road. So I turn around and I pull back over to the south side of the road, and I'm like, I'm not backing all the way up into that. It says small trucks drop here.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not backing up into that. So I dropped it like 40, 50 yards from that because I'm like, I'm not getting stuck. I was like, they're just gonna bulldoze it to the pile anyway. So I go to drop it. Took me like 3 or 4 tries. That shit did not want to come out of the truck. It wanted to stay with me, and I didn't want it.
No.
I wanted it gone. So I shook it out. I start driving back, and it's like this because now there's no weight in the truck. Oh, boom, boom,
Yeah, I
boom
bet.
on the way out, dude. Oh my God. She told me 129 though. I was like, man,
It's not bad.
no, it's cheaper than it would have been to do those bagsters. Those
Oh, yeah.
bagsters were 180 a piece.
And you would have filled up probably 2 of those.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't risk it. 360 would have been a
Well,
lot
but they
worse.
pick them up.
Yeah, but for 360, I could have got a dumpster then. I just didn't want to have the hassle of having a dumpster in my driveway.
No.
The dump truck moves, you know what I mean? Not that I moved it, but I could have.
Yeah, that would have just complicated more things because then you're working on their schedule and not yours.
Yeah,
And you're kind of
I
on
didn't
your
want that.
schedule for this.
Yeah, it worked out perfectly. I dropped that stuff off on lunch like I wanted to, came back to worked the rest of the day, and then you were able to pick me up. I mean, it couldn't have worked out any better. So
Yeah, and you're lucky because when that alarm went off, I was like, should I just work from home?
Did I text you early enough to get you going, or had you already made the decision for yourself?
Oh, I saw your text when I got out of the shower, so I was already in the mode of I'm going to the office today. So
Score.
yeah, but yeah, I can't believe. I mean, everywhere is because when I was driving to pick you up, driving past golf courses, I was like, I don't see anybody out there yet because it's like I'm itching. It's getting close, but 7 days ago we were dealing with like an ice and snowstorm.
Again, yeah.
And then here on Saturday, it's 70 degrees out,
Yep.
which was awesome. I mean, we had a fire. I got out all my patio furniture.
I'm so
ready
jealous.
to go. I stayed out there later than I should have, but because I think my wife went to bed at like 10 or 10:30, and she's like, "Are you coming?" I was like, "No."
I'm gonna hang out
Yeah,
right here.
I'm gonna go sit outside by the fire a little bit more and listen to music. And then I got up. I thought about putting more wood on the fire. I was like, that's probably a bad idea. I'm gonna be up way too late if I start getting this thing roaring again at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night.
Oh yeah, that's a midnight or 1 a.m.
Yeah, I didn't go to bed till midnight, and I felt it Sunday for sure. And that's why I was in bed by like 7:15 last night.
That's cool. That's a good way to be.
Make up for it, but yeah, when it's just such a tease.
Yep.
It's like because now we're back to like the 40s.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm getting jerked around all the time in this weather.
Yeah,
I hate
it's
it.
BS, dude. Because I was even looking like the 30-day outlook. Because I was talking to my boss today. I was like, man, I don't even see anything until like the end of April to be able to maybe get out and golf. I'm like, the highest I'm seeing is like 50 degrees, and it's raining most of the time.
Ugh.
So it's like, that's late. I feel like last year I was golfing in March. But
I feel like we had a crappy winter season, which gave us a good entertainment season. You know.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, and with it being, Friday was nice, and then I went out to lunch with my buddy on Friday, which that was always we got to figure out where to go because of March Madness. Because I'm like, if we go to a bar, we're gonna be sitting forever waiting because every bar is packed.
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday for watching basketball, which we caught a little bit of the game at the restaurant we went to with the Kentucky Santa Clara. And that was a good one where it was Santa Clara drilled a 3 with left like 3 seconds left, and then Kentucky went down and drilled a 3 to go into overtime.
I think I did see a highlight of that actually
Yeah.
this morning.
And then Kentucky ended up winning, I think, by like 7 or 8, but
Nice.
I haven't watched a lot of it. I did see that my team, Florida, Gators lost to Iowa on a last-second shot last night, which is I was hoping for back-to-back championships, which that's not happening. I think they're the first number 1 seed to be bumped, so that was unfortunate, especially after their first game. I think they won their first game by like 60 points.
Oh, bummer.
And then, they lose to Iowa, which I don't know if any Big Ten team is. Michigan, I think, is in the Sweet 16, but Wisconsin lost right away.
Did they?
Yeah.
Dang it, dude. I think there goes my bracket.
Yeah.
I had Wisconsin doing at least a couple, I thought.
Well, honestly, it's time for that coach to go.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was looking at, I don't think he's made it to the Sweet 16 ever. But I could be wrong, but at least as like being a 5 seed, like you got an easy first game. You should. And you beat I think 5 or 6 top 10 teams this season.
And this is how we start.
Yeah, you go into the tournament and you drop it. Like, come on. You've had your chance. I mean, Bo Ryan, we were spoiled with him. He didn't, but Bo Ryan just always had a great defense.
I wish I should pay more attention to basketball. I mean, like it's kind of just started.
College is way better than the NBA.
Oh, definitely.
The NBA is a joke. I can't even stand it. The product that Adam Silver has put together is trash.
Dude, we went and saw that Bucks game. I can't remember when, but a couple months ago, whatever. And we had pretty good seats. We were sitting, maybe 5 rows off the front.
Yeah.
So like
those are
close
nice seats.
Yeah. It's almost too close for me anyway. But even my wife at some points was just like, what are we doing? What kind of game am I watching?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's basketball for me.
There's no defense played anymore.
No, it's just let's see who can get to 130 points the fastest.
Exactly. And then how you have like in-season tournaments and then I don't know if people disagree with me. That's fine. But me, honestly, the best NBA was the 90s, early 2000s. And it was... obviously, I grew up with Michael Jordan. Yeah. And Michael Jordan was my guy. And that was, like, the comparison of how, like, these players these days thinks it's harder now. Don't get me wrong. Yes, there are probably more skilled players offensively for sure now. Sure. But you get... The fouls are a joke. Oh, yeah. Like, you get tapped up, foul, let's go to the free throw line. Yep. Like, that guy that just broke Kobe's record that had, like, 86 points in a game, I think 36 of those points were at the free throw line. Where I think Kobe had, like, 20 when he scored 81 points. Like, you're going to score 36 points on free shots? Like, I just don't give you... scoring 80 points in a game by yourself is incredible. Sure. But still, almost half of them are from the free throw line because you can't get... Man, watching those games in the 90s and you were scared to go down in the paint. Right. Like, you had to be a big guy or you were really testing your luck because you're gonna get the shit beat out of you. Yeah. And that was the thing, too, is, like, basketball then, it was, you still have some enforcers, but, like, hockey, they have their enforcers. Yes. Basketball, they used to have their enforcers in the 90s. Like, you had the guy, like, nope. You touch this guy, now you're dealing with that guy, which I miss those days. Yeah. Like, those were the...
Hockey's the last sport to have that, where they allow you to get physical like that.
Well, you sent me that one video where, like, the first 5 minutes of the game, and here it is. It's like, all right, let's fight. And I think now, out of all, I hate to say it because, I used to love basketball. Baseball, I think, is getting better now that they have the pitch clock, making the game faster. Yep. And I'm not against steroids in baseball.
No,
that was fun.
No. Because it could still give you it's still competitive edge, especially if both teams.
Football, I am getting really fed up with the Roger Goodell. All it's about is him making money, and it's not about the product on the field anymore. No. And I'm sick of them playing games overseas. Yep. Honestly. And like I've been reading stuff on the internet. They're talking about maybe having a Super Bowl overseas. It's like, are you kidding me? I'm like, this is the National Football League. This is American football. This is our sport. Right. This is like, I'm trying to think like soccer. When they come over here, it's like an exhibition, just a friendly game. Doesn't matter. Yep. It's just here. We're gonna go over in the U.S., play some, see the stars. Yep. That make a shit ton of money. Yep. Where us, it's like, we're sending over how many games a season to different countries.
I didn't realize that here. So many. I didn't know this. Yeah. All of a sudden, when they're like, "Oh, we're playing in this country or that country," I'm like, "What?"
Yeah. Why? This should only be here. Yeah. Or if you want to send preseason games overseas, have at it. Sure. But I don't want to see a season game at 8 in the morning. Yeah. And some people are like, "Oh, well, then you can watch football from 8 that game, then the noon games, then you have the 3 o'clock game, and then you have the night game. So you have football all day.
Right.
I get that, but I don't.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't like that.
and
I don't
being
like
a
that
small
idea.
town team like the Packers, like you can't take that revenue away from the city.
No, definitely not.
But I don't. I just. So whatever. That's my rant with that. I think the only sport that I think I need to get back into, like I was when I was younger, is hockey.
Yeah,
Because I feel like hockey is getting so much more viewers now, especially with that. Well, obviously Olympics with us winning the gold for that.
that was very impressive.
And then what was like the world tournament they had or something? That was impressive.
The women's hockey team just did something too. I heard it on the radio on my way to work this morning.
Well, the Badgers hockey team, they won the national championship, women's.
Yep.
But they're always, I think, back to back.
They're
now.
good. Yeah. They're
every
really
year.
good. Yeah.
The men's is always really good too at Madison, but
I think hockey has a much better turnout than it used to, especially for both men and women's, because women's sports, statistically, men's sports pays for women's sports because it's just not as much attention.
Yeah.
But
I think hockey is just now I can't say no to football. I'm still going to watch it. I don't like the product like it used to be. It was way better. I don't like it's also getting like softer. I understand. And again, in this day and age, the research, the technology of training and the athletic, like how more athletic some of these kids are, I get it.
Right.
And how much bigger and stronger you can get, I get it. They're probably, but I don't see the hard hitting because they're trying to be, well, this is so safe. We got to keep these players safe. And I understand growing up like in high school and that kind of stuff, like how the chances of you being a professional athlete is very unlikely.
Very minimal. Yep.
But when you sign up to be a professional athlete,
That's what you're signing up
this
for.
is what you're signing up for.
Yeah, you're signing up for the
to get hit.
performance
Yes,
of it. That's
you're gonna
the thing.
get hit. You're gonna get, and I feel bad for it makes me think about like an Andrew Luck though.
Mm-hmm.
Like his career was so short because the Colts never gave him an offensive line, and he just got the shit kicked out of him.
How many years did he actually do?
I think he only did 9 or 10.
Wow.
As a quarterback.
Yeah, which is
where you got Aaron
common.
Rodgers, who's like on his 22nd season.
Yep.
It's like, but he just, I remember there's stories about like he'd be spitting out blood, he'd be peeing out blood because they never got him an offensive line, and he would have been he was a great quarterback. He was really good.
Minus the line.
Minus just he never got the protection that he deserved to actually, they made the playoffs in that. They were always pushing for that. It's just he could have been a lot better.
Well, with them softening up sports so much, I do believe the MMA did pass up the UFC. I should say the UFC passed up the NFL. I think in views.
Wouldn't surprise me.
It was very tight, but I believe in the last few years that the UFC passed
do you
them
think
up.
the UFC is maybe? Do you think it's too many pay-per-views all the time now?
But now it's kind of
or
changed.
am I just not into it as much anymore? Because they used to be like. Every pay-per-view was like a big deal, big names, big card, and now like even the White House card, like it's like
I don't know if I'm gonna be so into
But
that.
also, like I was listening to was it Sean O'Malley was talking about it? He's like, if this wasn't the White House card, it was just a normal, and like this is a stacked card, but everybody's kind of downplaying it because it was supposed to be such this big thing because it's at the White House. So I don't know, but I just feel like it's like every weekend there's a pay-per-view.
Yeah, the thing that always throws me off is like UFC 223, UFC 224. Yeah. All of a sudden, it goes from like the big one that you hear about, or was talking about it at the office, whatever, and it's like, oh man, UFC 223, and the next time I go to hear about it, like UFC 246, and I'm like,
what happened?
What? Where were the other 20? I didn't even. There was something.
I remember UFC 100.
Yeah, no,
that was awesome.
No, yeah,
Brock Lesnar.
Oh God, they all of them. When the MMA world itself has become pretty vast. I think he's right. I think hockey's making a comeback. I think MMA is making a pretty big comeback, or pretty big follow up, I guess, on the NFL. I think people are pretty despised with the NFL, and I think they're pretty despised with the basketball.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna. But yeah, like you said, hockey. Like I said, the Olympics, I think, has helped. And also that, I think it's like some kind of cup where it's the countries compete. It's not the Olympics. And that was huge. I know it got so much viewership. the games are so good.
Yeah.
And you know these people are playing for their country and that. It's
Dude, all the Hmong guys at work, they all watch soccer. They all play soccer on the weekends, and I don't mean like they play like, I don't want to say semi-pro, but like just
weekend
below
leagues,
semi-pro.
where they're trying.
And
It's
they're
not,
rough, dude.
Yeah.
They're rough. They come in beat up, dude. It's
insane.
Indoor and outdoor.
Yeah. As much as like soccer, people always used to like make fun of it when you were growing up. Like it was always, oh, you're a field fairy. Whatever.
Literally, yeah.
But it was, the more you play and the older you get, like it is a contact sport.
Yep.
And the agility you have to have, the endurance.
The stamina is
oh,
insane.
my Lord.
Dude.
Yeah, you guys.
And being more contact like that just makes it worse.
And it's just being smart. Like you have and you forget how big that field is. That field is huge.
Yeah,
it's big because I think it's like 120 yards long.
Yep.
And then I forget how wide it is, but it's extremely wide.
Yeah. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I always think every time even when I watch little kids soccer, I'm like, geez, I remember having to be up and down the field, man. Soccer's not my cup of tea. I think being up and down a basketball court, could we play basketball at work?
Yeah.
And we play on a half court.
Yeah.
And dude, I'm not exhausted, but I'm pretty tuckered after a pretty rough game of basketball.
Oh, God.
We usually play like 3-on-3.
Yeah.
2-on-2 or 3-on-3, and it's hands open, baby.
Yeah.
Hands open. You ever seen Coach Carter?
Oh yeah.
Don't make me get the deodorant out, or what is it? Not deodorant. What was it? The icy hot. He goes, "You always want me to pull that icy hot out?" And everybody's hands immediately were like up. I think about that every time I play. I'm like, hands out, hands out.
Yeah, defense. I hated that.
Yeah, we get. Yeah, I mean, like even when we play at work, dude, we get pretty rough. I bashed the CEO pretty hard, and boy, he got me back real good. He's an older guy too.
Yeah.
He's older than you even, and not that you're old, but
I'm not young.
he's got to be in his 50s by now, and
He's still getting around playing.
Oh, dude, when I hit him so hard with my chest. I grabbed him the last time and like stopped him from falling.
Yeah.
He shouldered me so hard. Oh, you ever seen The Longest Yard? Did I get you, baby? Did I get you, baby? I'm sorry about that. That's how it felt.
We used to play at Quad in the mornings.
I used to watch those, dude.
There was a guy that I worked with. I think his name was Malcolm. Older guy.
Yeah.
Probably at that time, he was probably in his mid-40s. Man, he had a jumper he could not miss.
Oh.
I was like, damn, man. He was so good. And him and I were cool because I was decent too.
Right.
I was a good little, I had a
You're
nice
built
jumper.
perfectly like that.
Yeah, but even with my height, like I was never a down low player. I always played guard.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, I was always a guard.
Can you palm a basketball? You got big fingers.
I can, but it's not
You got big
for
hands.
very long.
Yeah, you got big
Yeah,
hands.
I'm not like the NBA players.
Yeah.
I can just
I
I can like hold it for a little bit. Like, oh, that dropped it.
Party trick.
Because it was even when I could dunk. That was, obviously it's easier to do a one-handed dunk. So it was like when going up, I had to make sure it was in there so I could get it over.
Just picture you pushing the ball,
Yeah.
twisting it on there.
Oh, I hated it too because obviously high school, right after high school is when I had still like in good shape and had a decent vertical. And I remember playing one time an intramural in high school and I had the breakaway. I'm going up, and this kid took all my legs.
Oh.
And I got pissed. I'm like, what the hell are you doing, man? We're here for fun.
Yeah.
And then the guy that runs it is our tennis coach, and I played tennis. And he yells at me. He's like, you better be careful, because if I lose you for tennis season, I'm going to be pissed. And I was like, whatever, man. I'm just out here having fun. But the teams we were playing weren't, there was like 3 or 4 of us on that team where we could have played on like the varsity team, but we would have rolled the bench.
Oh, okay.
Where it was like we aren't going to start, and that's why I stopped. Like when I tried out, I remember the reason why I stopped playing basketball in high school is because I remember I had a huge chemistry project due the next day, and I hadn't even started it.
Oh, jeez.
So I went to the coach, and I was like, "Hey," I'm like, because it was the last day of tryouts, so it was like go to do tryouts for a couple hours or do my homework. And I just asked him, I was like, am I going to make the team? He's like, you'll make the team. I was like, all right. I'm like, am I going to play? He's like, not very much. I was like, all right, well, then I'm good.
Thanks.
I got homework I got to do. My chemistry project that I'm going to sit up and do for the next 4 hours.
Imagine when he looked at you and you walked away. You're like, I'm actually going to go do my chemistry project.
Yeah.
Imagine what he thought in his head to himself. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, At these tryouts, I remember my one buddy, he was puking during them and that. I was like, it was because it's a lot of it. I hated it because a lot of it was just running.
Yeah.
It's like let's hoop.
Yeah, when we did SAS all summer, speed, strength, and agility.
Yeah.
Oh man, sometimes I get real lucky because there was obviously I'm not a big guy. I'm like 5'6", and at the time I was probably like 145 pounds back then in high school. And I was lean, which was cool.
Yeah.
But like when you don't have somebody else your size and you have to do like wedding carries and stuff, we'd do hills on Wednesdays. We'd have to do
This was in high school?
Yep.
And what were you doing this for? Just for the fun of it?
I did track and field, and the track and field coach was the football coach. Well, the football coach wanted all the track guys to do speed, strength, and agility, which was the football players' summer schedule.
Gotcha.
So that's what we did. So you worked out with all the football players. So you got all these big brutes, big boys.
Yeah.
And it just never, it was like ridiculous, you know? I had one guy, I believe his name was Vince. Nice guy. Littler guy than me. And way leaner. I mean, like really lean. And I'm like, I used to love working out. I felt bad for him because he had to carry my ass. And he was like 120 pounds, maybe 115 pounds.
You have like a good size for a wrestler.
Yeah, I did.
Did you ever wrestle?
I tried out. I didn't do it. So I never made it that far to do it. But I do like to wrestle. I'm pretty good at it.
We had a kid in my grade. He was real skinny. He was like 120. I want to say maybe 125. And I think he went to state, but he was just solid muscle.
Oh yeah.
Solid muscle.
Dude, I would have had to cut those 20 pounds for sure. Because there was no way I was wrestling
that was the one thing I
class.
hated. Yeah, and I'm watching these kids in high school trying to make their weight. I was like,
spitting in Gatorade bottles and shit.
You're only 16 years old, bro.
Yep. Like, and they're riding it hard, dude. Hard. Yeah, hard pass on that. No thanks.
No, I gotta eat.
So if we, gosh, it's been probably about 2 years now since I played last, but there was a good group of guys we played football with.
Yeah.
Turns out some of them played semi-pro.
Oh, really?
So that was kind of fun. But they were all like cops and firefighters in the military and stuff.
Yeah.
If I ever go play one, you want to come play one? You want to come put down? It's flag football.
Yeah, I don't know how much running I can do, but I would be willing to try.
Yeah, you've been exercising. I think you'd be good fit.
I need to get better at I need more cardio.
Yeah.
So we bought a walking pad.
Oh, you want to get rid of your treadmill? Is that what you said the other day?
Yeah. We can get rid of that.
Anybody looking for a free treadmill? Comment.
3? What are you doing?
What? Oh, I'm sorry. Not free. What are we thinking?
$50.
50 bucks. 50 bucks. With delivery?
We'll get it out of the basement.
He'll deliver it to the driveway, folks.
Well, I just got to a point with her because we just... First of all, like you should be walking after you eat.
Yep.
And...
Everybody should.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who you are.
And with what we do... we eat dinner, around... So when we come home, usually we walk the dog right away. And then we're home for the night.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave.
Yep.
And that's kind of just like I've been gone all day at work. And when I get home, let's walk the dog. All right, then we do whatever. I'll work out. And then we'll relax, watch TV until bed or something. And I need to walk. And I was like, we just sit and watch TV.
Yeah.
So why don't we... we can get these walking pads that you can just pull them, put them away, hide them away, and I can walk while we watch TV. Like, what's the point? And what caught me was I was watching, I caught it short of Bob Does Sports, and his wife popped up, or his girlfriend peeked in on him using his spare room. And here he is just hauling ass on this little treadmill or whatever walking pad, watching a Yankees game, and his girlfriend's just like, are you serious? And he's got a little dog in a Yankees jersey. He's like, this is a really bad look, really bad, but it's not bad, you know. Like you're okay, so you're gonna watch baseball for the next 2 hours, and you're gonna walk.
You're not sitting. You're not sedentary.
Exactly.
You're moving.
And this is a guy though that I watch. He eats whatever he wants.
Yeah,
but
why not?
He runs like 8 miles a day, and that's. That's another thing like with Brian Urlacher. I heard him on, I think, years ago, before Pat McAfee was big.
Wow.
And he talked about that. He's like, I eat whatever I want. He's like, but I bike 30 miles a day.
Yep.
Because I want to eat what I want. Yep. Otherwise, you're just going to
That's the trade-off, man.
Yeah.
That's a trade-off. I've never felt so fit in my life, and everybody always asks all the time, like, well, what do you do? I'm like, bro, I just move around. Just do whatever.
You have to move.
You just be active. Don't be eat whatever you want. Eat the pizza and eat. Really, when you think about it, and I try to get people to understand this, like, well, how can you eat whatever you want? Because everyone's stuck in that old mentality, like, well, I've got to eat rapid food.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
If you are eating empty calories, the most fit I've ever been in my life, and I'm sure you could. Other people chalk it up to young person's metabolisms and such, whatever. But all through my 20s, dude. we survived off of like ramen noodles and whatever
A lot
fast
of
food we could
people did, yeah.
afford.
Yeah.
It's empty calories, bro. You're just eating
Yeah.
empty calories, you know? And then I just heard somebody say, some influencer or something about pasta before workouts and stuff. My strength coach used to always pasta before
Yeah.
bench day. Everybody ate pasta the night before bench day
Yeah.
or for lunch. And dude, yeah, I always, sometimes I still think about that. Like I felt like I could lift more than I ever lifted on bench day.
Yeah.
Not only does your body become accustomed to that, to like it doesn't make sense. It's such a tear between a mental game and a physical game. So you're carb loading the night before, and then mentally your brain's like, hey man, it's bench day.
Yeah.
Like today's the day I'm gonna lift 200 pounds, whatever it was. My best was like 225, and I've never been more proud than that, but I go to try and do 225 on Monday or Friday and I couldn't do it. It was such you're in your head about it. And then on top of that, your body's accustomed to that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And as you get older, I mean, it's like for me, like I was talking to my wife about it because, I just do a dumbbell workout.
yep.
And I'm like, I was talking to her as like, I'm starting to get to the point where I'm gonna be running out of weights here.
Yep.
Eventually. But it's been so long because at this age, I'm not worried about lifting 200 pounds.
No.
Or benching 250.
Right.
Like I'm here just to be active, still build strength.
Yep.
And then also I like to look obviously better.
Yep.
Obviously diet comes with that, but like when I up my weight on any exercise, like I might do that same weight for the next like 2 to 3 weeks.
Yep.
Until it's easy. Like I noticed like I upped, this beginning of this week when I started, I upped my weight and I'm doing like the shoulder press and I was like, damn, this is hard. I'm
That's
like,
my
all right,
favorite
I might be doing shoulder press at this weight for the next 3 weeks until it's easy to get the 12 reps done easily where, I try to just get to 10 and then, all right, once at 12, like I did 12 and it was hard. I'm just, and it's like, all right, I need to stick with this until it's easy. I'm not going to be, I remember when I was younger, it was like, all right, every week you're increasing your weight on every exercise.
Right.
If it's just a matter of it's 5 pounds.
Right.
I'm not trying to do that.
Do you remember the guy I sent you? I don't want to say what his thing was, but like, come back on Friday for some more, you know what shit. Like I sent you one of his videos in Musclehead. His head shaved. He wears glasses. Come back on Friday. Let's talk about some more gay shit. That's what he says.
Yeah,
that guy.
So. Yeah,
he's actually a personal trainer, and I love everything he talks about, dude. Because he's just like he's not trying to get you to buy into anything. He's like, if you can't make the connection between what you should be doing and how you should do it, like. I'm the person you need in that to fix it, right? So he's got people that are down 80 pounds in 6 months, and it's not buy this pill and do this. He goes, it's not easy. He goes, all of this is hard. It's hard, committed work that you have to do. And his biggest thing that he likes to stress for workouts is like exhaustion. Do it till exhaustion. Do this to the exhaustion. He goes, you're 200 pounds overweight, do this to exhaustion. Because exhaustion gets further every day.
Yep.
He's like, the biggest thing that he sees wrong with the YouTube people that are doing it right now, and the guy who's 200 pounds overweight, or even 100 pounds overweight, who wants to lose it, he's like, he has it in his head, do 10, do 10, do 10. Well, that 10 gets easier and easier and easier and easier. And like when you up your weight, that's what you're supposed to do.
Start back down, all right, trying to get so many reps, and then eventually you get to your way of getting more reps. And then my wife talked to me because I'm looking at like getting a cage and everything because that's the first thing I'm going to run out of weight is squats.
Yep.
It's like, all right, I can only do, there's only so much on the dumbbells that they can hold. So I was looking at that stuff and I looked at it with weights and I told her, I was like, at the end of the day, because I don't like going to the gym.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody I work with because I was talking to her about it and she was just, well, do you like working out at the gym? I'm like, no. And it's so much easier when it's just in your basement at home where you really don't have an excuse anymore.
No, it's all gone.
It's right there.
Yep.
Well, and I had a tough time yesterday pushing myself because I was tired because I stayed up late the night before and eventually, it took me till about 2:30 to finally be like, all right, I'll go downstairs and work out.
Yeah, but so what? You did it. That's the thing for the day, That's the commitment, dude.
And that's even the thing now, like when we leave, it's like I have, just because I'm on like away, it's just part of my routine.
Yep.
Like I made sure where we're staying, there's a gym.
Yep. It's a good
I
thing
have
to
do that. And even when I was at that conference in Illinois early January when I was first starting this, I didn't use the gym because it was only treadmills and that, but what I did was just pacing around in my hotel room
Yep.
and doing push-ups.
Yep.
Like that's what
You got to make use of the environment you have.
Yeah.
That's the commitment in it is really the key. You can find a workout in anything you want to do.
Yeah.
If you've got a wall, you've got a workout. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
You could do upside down push-ups. You could
Yeah.
do one arm push-ups. You know, I mean, and you can do girls push-ups. There, you can do anything. You know,
Anything,
You
just
do
to get
squat,
started.
Put your hands on the bed, and that's a fluffy
Yeah.
surface. That'll make it even harder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like that's the speed bag. My goal this summer. You know what I like about the speed bag so much? I've gotten into the rhythm of hitting a speed bag. And once you learn how to hit a speed bag,
Yeah.
you can always hit a speed bag. It doesn't matter.
It's like riding a bike.
Yeah, I had an ex-girlfriend's dad who used to box professionally.
Okay.
And he hadn't touched a bag in 20 years, and he just
no problem,
and it was
man.
the sickest thing I've ever seen. And it was from that moment that I knew that I was like, someday I'm gonna get really good at a speed bag. That
you
time's
have
kind of
one?
come. Yeah, it's in the garage. You'll hear it. I'm sure you'll hear it.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, it gets
Can
really
you
annoying.
adjust the height?
I could. Do you want me to lift it up for you? I said it. It's actually I mounted it on the bottom side of an old countertop, the old countertop from my my kitchen.
Okay.
And I was like, I just want to get, and it didn't take me long. It took me like a week, and I got the rhythm down. And once you get the rhythm down, it's really like reaction time.
Okay.
I feel like that's another big thing. Like if you can keep your reaction time up, no matter how old you get,
Yeah.
it's always going to benefit you in some way. Like being able to something drops, a glass cup, whatever, and you're just real quick like that. If someone's going to go throw a punch at you and you just move your head real quick, you get used to that. And the bag's so close. When you get the bag going and you get the rhythm going and you can start changing it, like I can put an arm down, put the other arm up, put both
that's
hands
nice,
in,
yeah.
and then your face is like right there. The bag feels like it's gonna get in your face, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's far enough away that it's not gonna hit you.
Because I told my
it's
one
so
friend,
cool.
he trains his son, and I think he's got 2 other people that box. And I told him, I was like, it's something I'd like to do once I'm in better shape.
Yep.
And he's like, well, you can always come. But I think he has where they go is somewhere on the north side. I was like, I don't know if I want to go down there, man. But
I used to do that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I was doing that over on Burleigh, on Capitol and Burleigh. No,
you can do it right here in Pewaukee.
Yeah,
I got that little one right by the German
it's
restaurant.
so expensive to go. That's the thing.
Is it? I've never.
Yeah, I mean, where I was going was the cheapest I ever found it. It was $120 a month. So it's just like you come as many times as you want for $120. You come, and that was 2 years ago now.
That's not terrible if you're going 3 or 4 days a week.
Yeah, right. If you're gonna go that much, but if you're only gonna go once a week, once every other week, you're gonna waste your money.
You know what I was surprised? That Anchor Fitness down by the beach?
Yeah. Have you been in there?
No, it's only females.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just curious because I was like, all right.
My wife was trying to squeak in there.
Was she?
Yeah. She's talking about it.
I was looking at because I was like, it can't be cheap.
Nope.
I was looking at the prices. I was actually surprised it wasn't more expensive.
Really?
Yeah.
She told me the numbers, whatever they were at that point, and I'm just like, yeah, wow.
I thought a 10 class thing I think was $200 and something bucks.
Yeah.
Which I didn't think was terrible.
For 10 classes, maybe I thought it was less classes.
But you personally got a personal trainer.
Yeah.
That's the biggest
If you're
thing.
going to do it, that's that's what I don't know if you've been to Planet Fitness anytime in the last 10 years or anything like that, but that's that.
2020 we had it. Once
$10.
they closed everything down. Yeah, that's when we stopped
They
going.
try and squeak you in or whatever.
Yeah.
Then they want to sell you a personal trainer and all this stuff. And it's just, I don't know. I mean, if you can muster up, for example, stopping drinking, if you can muster up the commitment to do something, every step of it is important. So you did that, and then that's your sheer willpower into doing that, right? So now it's your sheer willpower to working out, and you're like, all right, well, what's the next step? All right, well, now I'm gonna up my weights. Now I'm gonna go, for more walks. Now I'm gonna have a walking pad. Now I'm gonna watch TV and walk at the same time. You keep adding the next challenge. Just never feel like you've bottomed out, and you'll never quit.
This is true. That's a good way to look at it. I never thought about it that way.
People are with purpose.
Yeah.
Everybody's with a purpose, and everybody's trying to find that purpose. College, the trades, whatever it is. If you want to be a drug dealer in your life, you be a drug dealer in your life. You want to steal cars, you steal cars.
A lot of some of the motivational things. Talk about a crackhead. You're gonna let a crackhead outwork you?
Yeah, literally.
They're gonna go get their drugs no matter
For
what
the
they
day,
got money
yep.
or not. They're gonna let them outwork you.
Yep. When they got the drugs for the day,
yeah.
dude, and they're going to get them.
Yeah.
They're either going to steal some scrap or they'll
get them some way.
They're going to get them
And
some
that
way.
was-
This
yeah.
commitment. Nobody is more committed than a crackhead who hasn't gotten his fix for the day.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says.
And just imagine having that motivation and using it in a better way.
Yeah, right. You know, that's what's so funny to me too. If you look at like, so you know, not Gary Vee, but people like Gary Vee, where they're like, this latest thing that I hear constantly from all these people who are doing so well in the real estate game, who are doing, you know, products or whatever. Like, they're like, oh, I used to be an alcoholic. Oh, I used to be a drug addict. Oh, I used to. They had a commitment to something that they could not kick, and then they just decided, what'd you do? Oh, I just decided I didn't want to do that anymore. And then they took that and they funneled it into something else. That guy with the stuff on Fridays or whatever, that guy used to be an alcoholic. And dude, he's like, I think he's like 40. He just turned his whole life around. The last 3 years, he gave it up 3 years ago.
That's the thing too, is like just taking a chance.
Yep.
You have to. I mean, there's no reason not to. And that's what, you know, when we started this.
Yep.
You know, I talked to you and I was like, yeah, I've thought about doing it with other friends, but they're just kind of like, well, it's too convoluted. We don't know until you actually take a chance, and that's anything in life.
Yeah.
It's always worth making a shot. Like they say, and I know we've said it before, Michael Scott from The Office, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So it's at that point where, you know, and ideally nobody likes, I mean, some people really do enjoy the work they do, but I am sure there's not, if you took a poll of probably 100 people that do a 9 to 5, I'm going to guarantee you probably 85% of them say they don't like what they do.
I would
working
say
their schedule.
If you took the next percentage of that people, that 85%, and asked them how many of them are going to do anything about it, and I'm going to shoot that down to 25% of that 85% people.
Yeah.
So you'd say 20 people total out of all of that.
Yeah, will maybe do something different to get themselves out of that situation.
And maybe they'll do something on purpose, or maybe they'll do some accident. Maybe they get fired and then they move on to the next thing. You know what I mean? Comfortability is a killer.
It is.
It's a rut.
Really is.
It's a pretend rut.
It really is.
You're just lying to yourself and telling yourself that I'm good with this. I'm good with this.
And
you're
you
not.
have to get out of that box. And I mean, with me, when I decided to go back to school at 35 years old, it was a thing of, did I want to do it? No, but I'm like, I'm not, what's my future here?
Yep.
Sweet, I can make this amount of money. It's easy. I never really have to, but my thing is I like using my brain.
Yep.
I don't like letting it just go to waste. You know, sitting around and driving a forklift every day, that's for some people.
Yeah. Yeah,
it
really is.
It wasn't for me, and it's, all right, now get out of my box of, and especially for me being as old as I was, and then going to these classes with all these kids in their early 20s or right out of high school.
Yep.
And like making it very weird for me, but also was cool, like having the knowledge, because, you know, being already in the workforce. Like I remember being in one class and, you know, this one kid, I forget what he asked. It was like, you know, oh, what kind of money? I'm like, oh, what kind of money am I going to make? And blah, blah, blah. And I just like, and I turned and I just like, you know, in front of the class, I'm like, man, I'm like, getting this education is definitely going to benefit you, but you're always going to work your way up.
Yep.
I'm like, you're going to get to that point. And this is like good that you're doing this now instead of waiting later in life. I'm like, I just, you know, honest with them, like I just got my big boy job, my first one, and I'm so much older than you.
Yep.
Like I'm now making good money at this age. I'm like, and you're going to beat me.
Yep.
You definitely are. So like, don't just be like so down now because you're 23, 24 years old and you're only making $20 an hour. Like finish this and you're going to get to that next step.
Right.
You're on the right path. So don't let anything deter you from what's the end goal here.
That's the whole, I'm trying to remember the exact saying, but there was something about like, you should fail. Everybody will only ever see your success, but they'll never see how many times you failed to get here.
Yes, this is true.
And as long as you should fail 12 times to do something before you find the thing that you're looking for.
Like you talk about like these billionaires. Like I'm sure Elon Musk, how many times he failed with the rocket ships or whatever.
Before he finally
SpaceX.
got one to work.
Yeah, it's like it's just a fact of life.
Well, but people get so fixated on the things that you have and the things that they can see.
Yeah.
They never see the trials and tribulations that come along with that, and I think that's really foolish. I think the whole judge your book by its cover thing is overrated. I think saying is very overrated, but I think that in today's materialistic and the young kids that are even younger than me that are growing up in this world, like, I got this big fancy car. No, you got a car payment. You got a car payment for something you couldn't afford and something that you won't be right side up on until the last year of the loan. Like, that's silliness and foolishness to me. I don't care about new cars. I don't care about nice stuff. Like, as long as it works and it's functional for what I need it for, I'm happy with it.
You earn some of that stuff at a point in your life.
No. And I'll have a nice truck. That'll come, but I'll have 20% of the down payment when the time comes.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, that's... Or cash or whatever at the time.
That's what I did with my truck.
Yeah.
But I told her, I'm like, I earned this.
Yep.
I've put in a lot of hard work to get this truck that I wanted. And yes, I saved for many years. And then take a 6-year loan, but I paid in 2.
Yep. Like, it's such a hard line to walk too, because it's like, oh, well, like, tomorrow's not guaranteed, you know, spoil yourself. And then like, oh, I should earn it. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a hard, I get so fixated on that sometimes, you know?
And some of those people that live just free and live by today, nothing wrong with it. Those are some of the happiest people I've ever seen.
My dad always said, he always used to say, you know, somebody's got to flip burgers, man.
Yeah.
And there are plenty of people I could think of that I've met throughout the years that they don't care about that. They'll just go to work and come home like, hey man, I make enough money to do what I want to do, and that's
I'm living for today, and that's it. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's
I got a van buddy. He's a Vanagons. Do you know what those are?
No.
So Vanagons are like van life people. Vanagons are a Volkswagen van that can be camped in, lived in, whatever, right? So
he lives in a van.
Yeah,
down by the river.
He wants to.
By the river.
He services all those vans that people do that with. So he's got friends from all over the country. I mean, people would take these to Alaska and back, dude, and they look exactly like they're picturing in your mind now. Yeah. Like, they just live a free life, dude. They work odd jobs between here and there, and that's what they do.
There's a girl I work with where she works remote 100%. She's one of the few people. She's very valuable to the company, and they tried to make her come back to work. She's like, no. You're like, well, then you can't work here. She's like, that's fine. Yeah. She's like, because I can work from wherever I want. Her husband can work from home too. Yeah. So they travel all the time, and it's like, okay, I'm in this state today. I'm still working. Yep. But I wanted that flexibility to be able to go wherever I want, and that's.
I think COVID really unlocked a lot of that once they realized how many jobs can be remote.
But I feel like now they're trying to bring it back into the office.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. My work's pulling on that. And everybody else that I've seen is just like, oh, yeah, I'm not supposed to work remote as much and whatever. And I'm just like, they saved money by not having the office lights on. Yeah. They saved money, and then they could have just stuck with that.
That rent for those offices, that's a hefty bill.
You know how many people lost their work vehicles after COVID? Because they realized that they just didn't need people to have those work vehicles for whatever reason or another, stuff like that.
Sure, a bunch. I don't know.
Yeah, tons of portions.
I've never had a work vehicle. I mean, I was impressed when I get reimbursed for gas.
Oh, I love that. That's like one of my favorite things in the world.
Dude, and how much they reimburse you?
Oh, it's more than your. Oh yeah, but that's for wear and tear on your vehicle. Like, I'll collect on the wear and tear.
I'll drive everywhere. Yep. And now that I got a nice vehicle, it's like, all right, cool. And the difference with my last vehicle was like, I don't know if we'll get back.
My work when I was first starting off after an intern or whatever, one of the guys I know really well, we bought a house together actually. When he left, they gave me his work laptop, they gave me his company card, and then they were like, hey, I was working there full time. Yeah. They're like, hey, do you want us to pay for your phone? And I'm like,
absolutely.
I was like, what are the rules? Like, what do we got to do? You know? And they're like, you have to answer it basically, even if you're on PTO. And if you can't answer it, like if you don't have cell service, we'll leave you a voicemail, and you basically just, as soon as possible, you'll have to answer the phone. I was like, I answer the phone when I'm not at work anyway. I was like, I work different hours than some of the other office guys.
Now, I jumped online on Sunday, and my boss is very against that. Oh, yeah. He's like, don't. But I have to just, with what I do and just a certain shipment that's going on, like obviously the railroad doesn't stop on weekends. Nope. So I just have to check the status of some rail cars and see where they're at. But, he's very adamant, like, you don't. He told me his last company, like, you'd get written up if you worked on the weekend.
That's
like,
crazy.
You weren't allowed to. Like, no, you need the weekend to not do work, do family, do whatever you need.
But if you're antsy for Monday for what you got to do, it's too much work for Monday.
That's sometimes the thing of working on a weekend, or like for like an hour on a Sunday is like, all right, so I don't have to come into a mess on Monday.
Exactly.
And that's even with taking like vacation days. It's like, all right, if you don't answer an emails for 3 days, great.
Yep.
I can't wait to come back to the 500 emails.
Mess.
Which, you know what? Probably 70% of them aren't relevant to anything you need.
No. But you still got to sift through them.
Yeah, and make sure you're not missing anything important.
I got, on Thursday or Friday, I got more phone calls and emails out of the office than I would have had I been sitting at my desk.
Yeah, that's.
I get the one guy calls me. One of the vendors calls me from. He goes, "Hey, Corum, how you doing? Whatever." I'm like, "Well, I'm in my attic right now, covered in crap." I'm like, "How are you?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I didn't mean to get you. Yeah, my service is real spotty because I'm in Peru." I'm like, "What are you doing in Peru?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm on vacation for the rest of the month, but I needed to get this."
Why are you calling me?
Because he needs to get this answered or whatever. And I'm like, "Well, you still got to call the office. I don't have my computer in front of me. I'm hanging off the rafters right now." Like,
I can't help you.
I don't feel bad, And then there was one of the interns needed some stuff, a couple of files and stuff, and he couldn't find it, and he's just. Like, I don't mind helping the other guys out when they need it, because I have the same expectation. Like, I don't care that you're not here. If you have information inside your head that I need, there's no reason you can't answer it real quick for me for 5 minutes. Like, am I going to keep you on the phone for 6 hours while you're off? No. But can you take a 10, 15-minute phone call for me real quick? Sure. Like, I don't care about that. It don't matter to me. I mean, and I'm salary, so it's meaningless to me overall. Like, I'll get my 40 during the week, you know what I mean? But I think other people at the office appreciate a guy. I'm supposed to answer my phone regardless if I'm off or not. Yeah. It's in my thing that they pay for my phone. But at the same time, like, if it helps somebody out and makes their day less stressful, like, I'm okay with that. It's just something I live by, honestly.
I have a work phone and 90% of the phone calls are sales.
Yeah.
Just, well, you're in logistics. I got a trucking company. You want to try us out? No.
Thanks.
No, we're pretty good right now, and the rail ain't calling me because there's only so many of them, and we're forced to use what we have to, But even, I know I looked at with prepping for my departure next week. I told because there's this one, we have this export going to South Korea, and I told my boss, I'm like, unfortunately, dude, like, this is probably they're gonna probably transload the containers on Friday, and I'll get all the paperwork Friday afternoon, and then we have to kind of do the paperwork immediately because it all needs to be sent over to the customer before the vessel departs. And I was like, so what do you want to do here? Like, you're gonna have to teach me how to do it. I'm like, I really can't teach you unless I have an example, to show you.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can do it on Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll work on Saturday and get all this paperwork done. But there's still going to be follow-ups on Monday, and you are not disturbing me while I'm gone.
Yeah.
Like, this is my once-a-year trip that phone's off.
Checked out.
Yeah, I do not want to hear anything from you.
Yeah.
So he's like, we'll discuss later in the week.
Yeah.
Because I reached out to the port, and I asked the lady, hey, do you have this scheduled for the transloading yet? And she just is like, well, it looks like the rail cars are going to arrive Wednesday night, so we'll try and transload, maybe Thursday, but it's looking more like Friday. It's like, great. So that's an all-day thing. You got, 8 rail cars that get into 29 containers?
Yeesh.
And then, I'm just like, I don't want to do this extra work, but I'm the only one that knows how to do it.
Yep.
So
I get that a lot.
Yep. Got to get that malt to South Korea so they can make some beer.
Make the beer. I like
the
it.
essentials in South Korea, whatever.
So what does this week look like for you?
I'm getting ready to leave. I mean, I got...
checked out by Wednesday.
Oh, no. I gotta go. My grandma just moved down to Pewaukee.
Oh, nice.
So she's getting put into assisted living. So I want to talk to my dad. I know everything got kind of pushed back today. So I'm going to try and maybe go over there tomorrow and Wednesday maybe, just for a couple hours to help just get things set up for her or whatever, or even just to visit. Hey, now that she's here, she's just moved right across the street from Costco into those new places.
Nice, dude. That's so sweet.
But other than that, I'm meeting up with a friend on Thursday I haven't seen in a long time, and then God, I can't wait to get away next week.
I'm jealous. I'll be thinking about your nice weather the whole time.
There won't be any nice weather, dude. I'm only going to Green Bay.
Yeah, it's supposed to be radiant cold.
I'll be by Lambeau. I will visit the pro shop.
I'm Having a bathroom. Today I was hoping to have time to put some cement board up around the tub. Zach said I could get in on the tub and stand in there so that I could put the cement board up. I did just find out that Home Depot's got niches, shower niches, which is just a shower shelf. I was gonna build mine out, but you can just go buy them. It turns out, and they bolt right into the studs, and boom, shower shelf, and then you just tile around it, in it, whatever, and you're done.
Nice.
So I'm like, sweet. But Floor and Decor's got them for half price, same size. And I'm like, well, I think I'm going to head over to Floor and Decor.
Is that in Brookfield?
Yeah, 10 out of 10. If you're looking for anything and you're trying to save a few bucks, Floor and Decor, killer help. They're great. The cost was amazing. And I mean, you will find what you're looking for. They have an entire wall of flooring up. And I don't mean like a wall like 10 feet high, 20 feet high, 40, 50 feet high wall, 4 different sections, end to end. Around the left side, around the right side, like it's obnoxious how much that floor. And then they've got the grout that matches this floor, and they've got it matched up against it, so you can check it. Countertops, fixtures, anything.
They got everything.
Everything. Yeah, there's nothing you can't get from Floor and Decor.
I'll have to check that out maybe someday.
But we'll see how far I get. The running joke today was, "Did you finish your bathroom?" And I'm like, guys, it's been 4 days.
Okay, so what's the goal here? Are you gonna finish it this week?
Okay, hold on, real quick, just to follow up to keep me fair,
honest,
to keep me honest. Last we talked, I was at $29.88. I think after that last conversation, after paying the guys, obviously I could give them something. I think $44.50 plus the niches. The niches will be $50 a piece, and the trim for the tile. So 45.50. 46, and I'm gonna be done. 46.
I told him, since he originally said $3,000, there's no way. I told him I'd still be impressed if you kept it around 5.
If I was
I'd be
doing
thoroughly
it
impressed.
not to have my wife enjoy it, I would have been at $3,000. But it's just like at some point I was like, dude, $1,200 in just fixtures.
I know, but still, it's
like I just wouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? Like I'd have done $500 in fixtures or $600 in savings. Right?
You're gonna like it.
I'm gonna love it. There's no question.
You're gonna be glad that you bought that stuff and went a little more expensive. It's a one-time thing. You're not gonna do it again.
Right.
And like I said, $5,000 would still be very impressive. Like what you're doing, when I pay somebody to do mine, I'm probably gonna cost me $15 to $20.
Yeah, but you have a lifetime warranty on it too.
Can't trust your handiwork.
It's a good deal. It's a good deal to do it the way I did it. It's a lot of work. I mean, really, it's a $46.50. We'll just say 46 or $46.50. I mean, I'm going to use all the rebates to get paint. He told me I couldn't count the rebates.
Rebates don't count.
Okay, so in rebates, we'll be able to pay for all the paint and stuff. Also, if anybody loses your Menards rebate, fun fact, you can in fact go online, submit that it's been lost or destroyed.
Oh, really?
And for $6, they're gonna hose you for $6, putting it back in the mail. It's a lot of work to lick an envelope and stick it back in. If you lose your Menards rebate, you go online to even the Menards website and type in rebate, and it'll come up, and you can just click it, and then you fill out your information again. If you can provide them the digits, which if you've logged into the rebate.com or whatever, when you make an account, it'll show you. It's like your last name and your address. And then it'll bring up all the rebates you've ever gotten. And you just put the last 4 digits in there. Hey, this is the one that's missing. This is the one that's missing. He's like, all right, well, next day, it's just like, it's going to take like 8 weeks processing, whatever. Next day, they were like, all right, we mailed you out 2 more.
On that note, quick, before we cut this off, there was a while, I want to say maybe like a month ago I was reading, I don't remember what state it was in, because Menards is obviously a Wisconsin-based company.
Yeah.
There was a mailman that was hoarding everybody's rebates.
I saw that. Yes, dude. I always wondered if mailmen do that.
Like it's illegal.
Well, of course, but
I mean, you got to have an honest mailman.
You ever had a birthday card show up without the cash in it?
Never.
I've had it a few times.
Well, that's why you never mail cash.
Checks, cash, cards, take your pick, man. Gift cards. I've seen gift cards.
I'd be pissed, dude. I really like those Menards rebates.
So, if you ever lose it, you just go online. You can even search lost rebate, and it'll bring you to the website. Bada bing, bada bing. Get a new rebate.
That's good information for people out there if you're ever...
PSA, baby.
Yeah, don't just let it go to waste. We work hard for our money, and those rebates are pretty helpful when you go to Menards. So
shout out to Menards, looking for a sponsor.
Yeah, we love you, Johnny. On that'll finish up this episode. Until next time. Enjoy your night. Thank you.
Have a good night.